You may not like the defaults for passwords, and we can actually configure our own default settings. This is going to go in your program CS file. We will put it right below add controller with views, kind of above variable app equals builder.build. That's where we will stick them. So it's builder.services.configure. These are our identity options. And you'll see that we can require a digit. We can require a lowercase letter, uppercase letter. We can determine how long and also how many unique characters we want. Okay. And so we are going to be doing that with our account. To allow users to manage their own account, which means they can change their password, they can delete their account, they could turn on to two-factor authentication. To allow them to do that, we actually have to add identity features. So we end up right-clicking on the project, selecting Add New Scaffolded Item. And then on the left, we pick identity, and we pick identity on the right. It'll do some preliminary scaffolding. And then what you're going to see is a dialog that looks like this. And so basically, we select a layout page. And then we kind of turn this on, and that turns on all of the boxes. So it's going to be creating quite a few files for us. And then we pick application DB context. Okay. And so then where all these files are going to go is under areas. Okay. So that's kind of the administrative section. So you'll see there's an identity folder inside that pages, inside that account. And then we have manage, and that's where a lot of these files are going to be located. Okay, and then once we add this, we will be able to make some modifications to our account that we have registered. Okay, so it's pretty simple to get in and make the changes because we just kind of click on that hello username, but you can also go directly there. Although I can see I have a typo here. Hold on, better fix that. Okay, so if you don't want to click on hello username, you can actually, as long as you're logged in, you can enter identity/account/login or identity/account/manage/index. Okay, either one should get you to the place where you can modify your account. What we're going to do is we're going to add all the identity classes and views to our app. So let me go back over here. So we're going to follow those steps. We're going to right click up here. And we're going to go to add new scaffolded item. And it's identity on the left and on the right. We click on add. And this will display for maybe a minute. And then we're going to get that add identity dialog box. Okay, so in the add identity dialog box, this is not what I want here. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to kind of navigate to this layout page. And then I'm going to turn this on. That turns on all of the features. And for DB context, I'm going to, wait a minute, click the arrow here. Here it is, application DB context. Okay, now I'm going to click on add. And now it is doing more scaffolding. It's actually doing kind of all the work right now, building all of those views and kind of code behinds up in the areas section of our app. Okay, so if we kind of take a look here, you can see identity, pages, and we've got some there, but under account, you'll see even more. And if we expand out manage, these are all of the pages that it has created. So at this point, we're going to run a build. And then in our program CS file, we are going to add the code to configure identity services. And so specifically, we're going to do the password first. Okay, so I'm going to put the code right here. Configure. We're configuring identity options. Add the curlies. Default password settings. Not a good typing day here. Options dot password dot required digit is what we want. Or require equals to true is right. Options dot password dot require lowercase require uppercase. That guessed correctly. I love it when it does that. Options dot password dot you want require length. 128 is not correct. So I'm just going to tab and change it to 10. Can you imagine having a 128 character password? That would be my nightmare. Okay. And then options. Dot password dot required unique characters equals 1. Okay, so at this point, we've kind of set up our own password rules. So let's go ahead, save everything and run a build. Okay, and I didn't save that. All right, let's go ahead and run our app. And we're still logged in. So I'm going to click on the login, and this is going to get me into the section where I can manage my own account. And this is what we just set up. And so if I wanted, I could add a phone number. It's already got the email. I could change my password, which I think I am going to do. So our new rules should be taking effect. So if I try to do something that doesn't meet the rules, okay, it does tell me. Although that message does not look correct. So let's try. Okay, I'm glad that isn't letting me. These are our new rules. Okay, 10 characters. So it is picking up exactly what we specified. Right now I followed the rules, so It did let me change it. And then you can kind of see this is where you would go to delete. Okay. So those are kind of what comes with that package. And at this point, I'm going to exit out of here.